Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam Wolf, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Replaced. They've released gameplay footage, sadly via IGN, but whatever. It's, you know, it's a couple months old at this point. I didn't even know they actually released it, so I'm excited because when I first saw this game, man, it was one of the best looking games during whatever showcase I saw it in. And I've been waiting on this game forever. It comes to us from Sad Cat Studios Limited, indie developer, of course. But it's gotta be one of the best looking games I've ever seen. And 2.5D is what they're calling it, but I also would like to say that it's kind of 2.5D pixel art sort of type game, and it just looks fantastic, and I can't wait to see what the gameplay is all about. Apparently you play as an android or an AI trapped in a human body. I'm not sure. They'll probably explain that, but I'm not entirely sure what the game is about beyond that. So let's take a look. They do have a publisher, but it is like an indie style game anyway. Untested, unproven developers and publishers, but still. This isn't a commentary one, is it? Because there is one video that has gameplay with no commentary. I hope this is just gameplay.
It has been quite some time since we have unveiled Replaced at the Xbox
Oh, it's
Showcase
developers.
in 2021.
Okay, good. That was way back in
The warm reception
21?
has exceeded our wildest expectations. And it really pushed
When
us to
E3
make
was
it
still
the best
around.
game we possibly can.
I didn't realize E3
Next
actually happened that year.
We had an amazing opportunity to follow it up with our second trailer at the Game Awards.
Ooh, I don't know if I saw that. I've watched every Game Awards. I don't recall that one.
But after that, we went relatively quiet, deciding to focus our efforts on finishing a substantial amount of the game before returning. Our team
Which is
has
good.
been working on this project for an insane amount of time. After all, it is a completely handcrafted, hand-animated, and a fully directed experience.
Wow,
So
hand
today,
animated.
I'm happy to finally
That
start
is a lot of
shedding more
work.
light on what the game actually plays like.
Just real quick, I'm gonna make sure this is at the top resolution. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, I thought so. I was like, man, that's clear.
My name is Yura. I'm the founder of Sad Cat Studios and the director behind Replaced. To demonstrate it, I would like to show 3 parts of the game, portraying some of many gameplay situations you will find yourself in. Without further ado, let's cut to the chase.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about in post just covering over the IGN. Just covering over the name because I don't like IGN. I don't want to give them credit, but they do get a lot of exclusive footage and stuff, which is really annoying. I mean, just look at the visuals. It's like a 3D environment, but 2D sprites, and it just looks so good. I'm very excited for this. And it's they call it a retro futuristic, which, yeah, for me it gives look at the fire. Look at the fire in the back. That's what really, the lighting is what really gets me with this game.
One of the most prominent features of Replaced,
But it
the
gave me
camera,
like
which is
cyberpunk feels,
purposely
even though it's not
directed
really
from the beginning of
cyberpunk.
the game to its credit roll.
The environment is what really sells it. You know, it's funny, I could actually cover up that IGN logo.
All the compositions are manual.
It's not gonna matter, I've already given
As
them
you
credit,
can see,
so.
it dynamically reacts to what's going on. gently transitioning
I just don't want that in my
walls,
video.
shaking when you fall, and focusing your attention on what matters.
That's what I hate about that. They always put their logo in every video they do, so it's annoying, to say the least. It's like a copyright thing with them or something. I don't know. But this video is 2 months old, so they've already gotten their views, so who cares?
Environment to complement the artistic direction of the game. Every tree, car, bush, and every single rock have been manually assembled into a cinematic composition, which is then enhanced with our custom real-time lighting, volumetrics, and particle effects.
I was gonna say they really outdid themselves with, like I said, the lighting is unbelievable, but volumetrics and particle effects are all custom as well. That's impressive. For an indie studio to pull this kind of stuff off is nuts. These guys are like stormtroopers. They suck at shooting.
A number of different situations where you have to escape, hide, fight, and even talk yourself out of danger. This time, you run for your life.
So he's already mentioned some gameplay, like you said, talk your way out of situations, sometimes fight and stuff like that.
Truly immerses you in the world and story. Seamless transitions into gameplay was one of the priorities for the game's cutscene system.
The environment's the best looking part of the game. Ooh. I even saw that guy. That depth of field is really nice. I am surprised they don't have any voice acting, though. You know what this reminds me of? That movie Upgraded. I have yet to see it, but I really want to. Basically, same idea. AI in some human head and makes him do some crazy stuff. They use like a... wasn't a camera cut, but... kind of like a wipe transition so that they could change the sprites.
That's one of our first gameplay pillars, cinematic platforming and adventure. Next, I want to show you our approach to combat.
Alright, here we go.
Stay true to the cinematic nature of the game while introducing a varied cast of enemies in a totally different gameplay experience.
Honestly, it gives me a lot of Blade Runner vibes too. Very Blade Runner-ish. Damn, they take a lot of hits.
The system of Replaced is all about countering and reaction. Inspired by the Batman Arkham series,
I was just gonna say that.
Satisfying and impactful.
I was just gonna say, I bet you this is like based on the Arkham series combat system.
Difficulty settings.
Ever since Batman Arkham popularized that combat system, every game wants to use it, and it's for good reason. It's so much fun.
One of my goals as a director was to create an animation rule set which allowed us to have animated transitions between as much states as possible in a hand-drawn pixel art game. As a result,
I was right, it is pixel art.
Moves in an almost seamless fashion.
But hand-drawn. It also kind of, you know, at least with these guys, it kind of also feels like Borderlands.
This particular combat encounter features a mix of enemy classes from one of our factions, which you will gradually stumble upon throughout the game. features 4 different classes of enemies, as well as their armored variations.
These guys take a lot to take down, though.
And just like you have seen in the trailers, animated handgun executions, as well as an intentful camera direction, are all part of gameplay.
I just gave it a good look. I mean, given how many shots... I'm surprised he took that guy down fast like that. It took a lot of hits for the other guys, the guys that are smaller, to go down.
That was a glimpse at a more action-packed part of the game. Throughout the story, you will acquire more active abilities, while the enemies will become more fierce and able. Lastly, I would like to take a look at something that has surprised some people who have already played the game.
I wonder if you can wishlist this yet. Probably not. There's no release date for this one yet. You can wishlist it on Steam for sure. It is coming to... Oh... Well, this kind of sucks. It's only on Xbox and Windows. Really? Wow, that's kind of messed up.
At certain points in the story, you will be set free to explore an open-ended location.
It's not like Microsoft funded this game.
With different new side quests, new hidden items, and new characters to interact with.
Let me look this up.
It will also be changing visually with each new visit as the game takes place on the brink of seasons. There is a diverse set of characters to talk to.
Replaces an Xbox console launch exclusive.
Or get to know more about their past,
console
as
launch?
well as the world of the game.
And therefore, will not be coming to PS5 and PS4 when it comes to other But he believes it'll be released later down the line for PS5 and PS4. I'll probably just get it on PC then. Well, I do have an Xbox, so.
All the important story events are fully animated, with real acting
That's disappointing.
behind each and every one of them.
So it's hand animated, but they needed reference material to
You will encounter
see what it was like to
of
animate.
Collectible pieces of lore, as well as music and pictures on your journey, which are stored on the Wingman, a device you may have seen in the second trailer for the game. This is where you collect everything you have scanned during your time at Phoenix City and its outskirts.
The neon lights are so good looking.
And yes, we could not have left out the arcades. After all, even the dystopian 1980s can't resist them.
Okay, so this is dystopian 1980s. Okay. Also reminds me of Altered Carbon.
That's the third pillar of our experience. A deep and meaningful narrative, as well as meticulous world building, interactive and fully animated. I hope that you have enjoyed this first in-depth look at the game. And while we still have work to do, I am happy to announce that everything I have shown you today will be fully playable at Gamescom this August. Presented at the Xbox booth.
That's already happened, obviously. It's November now, so it's kind of hard to think about it. It's already November.
The community again for the passion and great amount of patience you have shown towards Replaced.
Well, I guess I'll put it on my wish list on my Xbox.
Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.
Wouldn't obviously be the whole reason I bought my Xbox Series S in the first place was Starfield, so you know, I'm not adverse to buying games again, especially if they're really good. So if I buy it on the Xbox and I really like it and it comes to PlayStation later, I'm going to buy it again. It's just disappointing. Like, Microsoft has no hand in actually funding this game, as far as I can tell. I mean, they got their own publisher, but for them to make it an Xbox exclusive, that doesn't make any sense at all. Especially when most games, especially as of late, have released not exclusive, like not even on Xbox. They didn't even release on Xbox because of the way that Microsoft is going forward with their plans with Game Pass and that whole service. Companies haven't really been bothering to release on Xbox because it's not what they want. They want to lose out on the money that they could make selling the game outright instead of, putting it on Game Pass and possibly losing a boatload of money. So I don't know. I don't know why they're going exclusive to Xbox and Windows, but I mean, I've got a Series S, so I guess I have nothing to complain about. I like PlayStation. I like getting trophies, and I love my PlayStation. So, but that's okay. I mean, that's why I have it. So it's probably going to be a timed exclusive, given that, Microsoft has no funding in it, as far as I can tell. But, that timed exclusive could be 6 months to maybe a year long. And this game looks really good, and I don't want to miss out on playing it. So I will probably just get it on Xbox. But it looks great, man. The lighting looks phenomenal. Hand-animated animations. I don't know why I said that. Basically, that was a redundant statement. Hand-animated is what he said. 2.5D pixel art. Looks phenomenal. And the music, oh, man. So good. So good. Like I said, it's like Cyberpunk, Blade Runner, all mixed up into one, and it looks fantastic. I can't wait. I cannot wait for this. But what'd you guys think? Are you looking forward to this? Did you even know this one existed? Because I didn't realize it's been 3 years now. So that's crazy from its first reveal. I was wondering what happened with this game, and, well, now we know. They just put their heads down and they got to work, which is good. That's what I like to hear. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and please join me again in the next one, where we'll take a look at another trailer and react to it. But until then, I'm Adam Wolf. This is Replaced, and I'll see you guys later.